Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you when you're watching this. We're glad to be with you today. Okay? We are filming this at a time before we know the results of the election. You're probably watching it, possibly knowing the results of the election. So this is what I would like to say to you. Some of you might be feeling like winners. Some of you may be feeling like losers. Some of you might be feeling elated. Others of you might have feelings of anxiety and fears. Please don't. Any of them. In God's world, there are no sides. There's not winners, there's not losers. And no matter what the results of the election come to, we know that as a church we still have a job to do, and the election does not interfere with that. That we will still love, and we will still care, and we will still give, and we will still have compassion. We are still children of God here. And we will live through whatever the results of this election are together.
I am reminded that no matter who you are, no matter what you stand for, we are all siblings of Christ. We are all children of God. And so instead of pointing fingers, instead of mocking each other, why can't we show love? And so that's my encouragement, that God is still present, and we're still called to be children of God. We're still called to do ministry in the world.
The church will move on. And we are going to move on with the lectionary reading for this Sunday. Do you remember what the lectionary reading is for this Sunday?
Something about brides. I haven't looked thus far.
So it's the parable of the bridesmaids with their lamps waiting for the bridegroom. As you might remember the story, if you've heard the story, there are 10 bridesmaids who are waiting for the bridegroom to arrive. And all 10 of them have their lamps, and they are waiting. Well, they wait so long that they fall asleep, right? Some of the lamps burnt out. And then when the bridegroom finally gets there, there are 5 bridesmaids who have enough oil to light their lamps to show the way, and 5 that do not have enough oil, and they ask for oil from the others, and they say, no, we're not sharing with you. Yeah. So there's a couple of issues here. One is Jesus often talks to us in stories of weddings, and then the Old Testament does that too. Why do you think Jesus uses stories of weddings?
I don't know, Erling. Will you let me know?
Well, I have some thoughts,
All right.
I think Jesus uses stories of weddings because they're about a binding, right? They're about a covenant. They're about building community, and they're about celebration. And in the world of God, that's what we're about. We're about binding, building community, about covenant, about celebration of God. But the real troubling fact of this parable is, why didn't those 5 bridesmaids share oil with the other 5? Aren't you taught to share what you have? Aren't we taught that God's world has an abundance and we can give and give and give? So why didn't they share?
I don't know. Sharing is caring.
So I've been thinking about that. Yeah. Why didn't they share the oil? If that's who we are as Christians, if that's who we are as Christ Church. Well, I look at the light, the lamp. We're told to keep our light burning. What is it? What is our light that burns? Our light that burns in this world that others can see is our life of service, our life of giving, our life of sharing. Right? You can't share that. Right? I can't give my giving on behalf of you. You have to do your own giving. I can't give my service on behalf of you. You have to do your own service. We can't share that as we can so many other things. So I invite you, as you wait for Christ in your life, that you let that light shine, that you do your service, that you do your giving, that you do your loving, you do your compassion. Because nobody else can do it for you. It is your responsibility, it is your choice, but you are graced into. That's what I think is happening here, right?
I'm going to have to do some reading.
But anyway, and that one of the things that tells me is, right, you have a staff here. We are blessed with a staff here at the United Methodist Church of Iowa Falls, a beautiful staff that works really hard. But they are not here to do the service for you. They're not here to do the giving for you. They're not here to do the loving for you. Your staff is here to be your resource in order to help you do your giving, to help you do your loving. And we invite you to use the staff for that purpose. But please don't use the staff or the pastors or somebody else to do your service for you. That is your responsibility. So we'll see you soon. Peace.